What's up everybody, my name is Excalibur, back again with another tutorial video. Today I'm showing you guys how to make the ultimate mob farm in Minecraft. Now this mob farm is a lot like a creeper farm, just without the trapdoors. This is so that we can have creepers, skeletons, zombies, spiders, and a whole bunch of stuff so that we can get loads of loot. So let's get started. So first you want to go and find a giant ocean just like this and go out to about the middle of it. Just go away from land as far as you can. This is just so we don't want any kind of mobs trying to spawn there. And then we're going to go down to the ocean floor and see where we're at. So once you go down to the bottom of the ocean floor, you can see maybe some kelp and stuff, but you just want to get the Y position of the ground and then start going up 130 or a little bit more blocks above that. So I'm going to do that with this gravel, and then we're going to start building our farm way up there in the sky. So now that we've reached the top, we're just going to make a 3x3 area. This is exactly where we're going to be AFKing and killing all the mobs. And then to the side of that, we need to make a 7x7 area, which is where they're going to be dropping down. Once you've completed the 7x7 area, just build this ring of stone with a 3x3 open space in the middle, and then put upper slabs around on top. And then we're going to just place some blocks, just some slabs in the middle. This is just so that we can kill the mobs easily. This is exactly what we need to be able to kill them. And later in the video, I do actually realize I need to make this a full funnel. So just build the walls on top all the way up to the very top. So now what we need to do is go into the slabs, then build up 23 blocks approximately up to the top. Make sure that it's not any more than that. It can be a little tiny bit less, but preferably you'd aim for 23 blocks up. So make sure you get the Y position and then go all the way up there. And now just to prove to you guys that it does actually keep them alive but have them as one hit, I'm just going to drop a creeper down there and let's see what happens. So I push him off, he falls down, and he is just one hit. So it's perfect. It means that you can go down there and kill them just as they're falling. Next, what we're going to do is go to the middle of your ring, then go up 3 blocks from that. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And this is where we're going to be building our first spawning platform for the mobs. So from the middle block, it needs to be 7 blocks out, and just make this almost like a giant circle or a sideways square. Next, after you've completed this, we're going to go down to the same height as our ring and go out 5 blocks from the side of our top spawning platform. So this is basically where the mobs are going to be falling into and flowing into the middle with water. So we need to have this really big. It's going to be about 25 by 25 square, and it just makes the outline for now because the underside needs to be 1 block lower. Once you've completed the outline, just fill in the underside. And now with that complete, make a 3x3 hole in the middle, and then we're going to go around and place down water. Now make sure you have this block here. It's going to be 1 block out from the corner. This is just so that we don't have a ton of water sources getting created by accident, but make sure you have this in each corner. So what I like to do is just go around to each corner, place the block just like that. It's going to be 1 block out from the corner, and this is extremely useful, and it's going to be a lifesaver of time if you do mess up. So next what we're going to do is just place water all along the edges, being careful not to place any water outside from the edges because that will fill this entire thing with water sources. With that completed, you can see that most of the water is getting to the edge, but it is not all getting there. So what we need to do is actually break these blocks and go 1 block down lower, and then do the same thing with the water so that all the mobs that go in here are going to get pushed into this space, drop down 1 block, and then get pushed into the middle, which is where they're actually going to drop down. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing, but before we place down the water, make sure you have these 3x3 fence gates placed down and open. This is just so that the mobs can flow in here and drop down, but the water won't flow out and spill over the side. So now congratulations are of course in order because you've actually completed half of this farm and you are able to go on to the most boring part, which is of course building all of the spawning platforms. So each spawning platform is going to be 3 blocks spaced above the other, and it's going to be the exact same shape each time. Now in the middle, you're going to want to have a scaffolding, an observer, a dispenser with a water bucket inside. Now this might seem like a random bunch of blocks, but it's very important. So first you're going to have on each platform a scaffolding, then a dispenser with a water bucket looking downwards, and then on top an observer that is looking upwards. These 3 blocks are going to repeat it all the way up to the very top, and you're going to build this whole section all the way up 128 blocks above your AFK point. So go down and find that Y position and then build this 128 blocks above it. So once you've built all of these spawning areas 128 blocks above your AFK point, we can build the redstone and the covering. So the covering is basically a covering of 15 blocks out from each side of our spawning platform, and this is so that no light is reaching our farm and we can have this running night and day. Now if you decide to only AFK at night, that's fine, you don't have to build this, but personally I like to AFK all of the time and get 100% of my loot. So make sure that you're building this and you have it 15 blocks out from each side. Now basically it's just going to be a giant circle, just the same size as one of the spawning platforms, just much bigger. This is what the covering should look like. Your farm should be extremely dark. It should have full light level 0s, and as you can see, it is absolutely massive. It is huge, and what we need to do down here is just break a block, and we're going to start building the redstone for this farm. So this redstone is extremely simple. I like to keep it simple because I'm a simple man when it comes to redstone in Minecraft. I'm pretty stupid with this. So what you need to do is just go 1 block below, just so that we can place the redstone. And we're just going to have a whole bunch of repeaters and then a little bit of redstone dust that are just constantly in a loop, constantly triggering the dispensers. Now, basically why we had those 3 dispensers and scaffolding and observers going all the way up and down, it's because each one will activate after the other. So if we activate this top one by, for instance, placing down redstone dust and a whole bunch of repeaters, then the rest will all activate as well. This means that we can AFK and have all of the mobs dropping down to us. So you're just going to place all these redstone repeaters down, set them all to 4 ticks, and then send a single pulse through with a lever. Now, as I did mention before, you are going to want to build a funnel going up to the top before you activate the redstone. But if you have built the funnel, then you can just enjoy your farm with a sword with Sweeping Edge 3 and Sharpness on it. So this is what the funnel looks complete. You can see it's working very well. No mobs are coming out now, and there's just a pesky ones that decided to drop in before I finished building it. So our farm is now complete. You can enchant your sword, go crazy with this. I personally really enjoy this farm just because it gives you so many levels and a wide variety of loot. It gives you everything from creepers, skeletons, zombies, witches, and spiders. There's going to be less witches, of course, but it will nevertheless give it to you. You can also add some hoppers down below if you want to collect the loot automatically. I would definitely suggest you add that, but that is all for today. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I will see you in the next one.